So here's a fun section. Well, wait, Mr. Skeptic. Evil and suffering. It's the best evidence there is against a God. How could a God possibly allow evil and suffering that we see? This is George Carlin. He's an atheist and a comedian. And he's going to walk me through this section. He says something is wrong here. War, disease, death, destruction, hunger, poverty, torture, crime, corruption, and race walking. Have you ever heard of race walking? Some have. So, okay. Well, I'm going to show you what race walking is. This is a real Olympic sport. Something's wrong. It looks like they need to go to the bathroom. Women participated in it too. If you're a race walker, if you do this, I'm sorry, I'm picking on you. It just something's wrong here. All right, let's continue on. He says something's definitely wrong. It's not good work. If this is the best God can do, I'm not impressed. Results like these do not belong on the resume of a supreme being. This is the kind of stuff you'd expect from an office temp with a bad attitude. So let's go through what he says here. Let's talk about it a little. He talks about war, hunger, torture, crime, corruption. These are examples of evil. He talks about disease, death, and destruction. Examples of suffering. So evil, and we have a desire for justice, and we have suffering. They seem like they're an obvious reality of this world. And George Carlin says something's wrong here. So wait a minute, hold on now. If you apply the naturalistic worldview honestly, then there's actually nothing wrong. Richard Dawkins says, the universe we have has precisely the properties we should expect if there is at bottom. No design, no purpose, no evil, no good. Nothing but pitiless indifference. And in a universe of blind physical forces and genetic replication, some people are going to get hurt. Others are going to get lucky. You won't find any rhyme or reason or any justice. And finally, blindness to suffering is an inherent consequence of natural selection. Nature is neither kind nor cruel, but indifferent. There's nothing wrong here. There's no evil, no good, no justice, blindness to suffering. So I'm going to play a real little snippet, funny video here on how I will carry this through.
Alright, come on, nothing to see here, please disperse. Nothing to see here, please.
Right? There's no evil and suffering going on behind me. There's nothing to see here. It's not happening. But we don't think that, do we? And George Carlin doesn't think that. He says something's wrong here. C.S. Lewis again. He says, my argument against God was that the universe seems so cruel and unjust. But how had I got this idea of just and unjust? A man does not call a line crooked unless he has an idea of a straight line. What was I comparing this universe with when I called it unjust? In order to know how it's not supposed to be, we have to know how it is supposed to be. And nature and materials already says it is already how it's supposed to be. There's nothing to see here.